Joinng Forces, which couldn't be a more apropos term for today's event, to support them in tangible ways as they transition into civilian life and learn how to negotiate and cope with it. There are 21.2 million veterans in the United States, and that's 6.5% of our population. There are 10.3 million employed veterans in the civilian labor force, and that is 6.5% of the civilian labor force. So right there we have a parallel. The national unemployment rate in the United States is 4.7%. It dropped 0.3% last month. The national unemployment rate for all vets is 4.6%. Actually a shade better. Here's the problem. The unemployment rate for Gulf Era II vets is 5.8%.
I guess for me, my biggest selling point to potential employers about veterans is just the level of accountability and responsibility that veterans have. You think about post 9/11 vets and coming out and either pursuing school or coming into the workforce at between 17, 18, 19 years old. They had a tremendous amount of responsibility and things that they were dealing with. So maybe they were combat infantrymen or riflemen or mortarmen or artillery guys or even support guys. They still had a tremendous amount of responsibility, and they've carried that with them throughout their lives as they're making that transition. So they know what it's like to be responsible for a whole slew of men and women and have lives in their hands. And so maybe their skill set might not translate from military to civilian on a piece of paper, but just recognizing that they have that ability, that they've seen and done things that other people at their age or at their time coming into the workforce that they're miles ahead of.
To identify if someone is a vet. Sometimes you don't know that the person you're talking to could be a vet. One example could be, we like to wear our military hats or different things. You could take the person out of the military, but you can't take the military out of the person. So you can identify, is this person a vet? In case you didn't know, check for what they're wearing. Is there anything military on them? And identify, oh, this person is a vet. The other thing that I would say is housing. Are they housed? If they're not housed, then make sure that we get them into housing, because they're not going to be focusing on employment if they're thinking about where am I going to lay my head at.
Erica talked about a gentleman who was recently employed, and he said to me that afternoon, he said, I listed you as a reference. And I thought, you listed me as a reference? I'm a shelter director. How could I be a reference for you? And I thought about it, and I actually got the phone call, and I thought, I'm the best person to talk about him, because I see him every day. And every day that man was positive and friendly and helpful and cooperative and goal-directed. And I understood his character, and I could speak very confidently and very openly about my recommendation. And I give a lot of recommendations, and I can honestly say I think that was one that I really wholeheartedly was so thrilled and so genuinely believed that he was someone that would be an asset to an organization, that it really, really left me with a wonderful feeling. So, resiliency.
Also think that veterans are loyal, and as far as outreach is concerned, I found it's very good to start a relationship with college campuses. We have 4 here in Bergen County: Ramapo, FDU, Bergen County Community College, and Felicia. And it all depends on the needs of the industry, because some jobs like Enterprise, for example, they want you to have a bachelor's degree, but they'll train you to do the job. That might not be the case for another industry. Again, like I said, we've we've been able to help 53 veterans obtain jobs, and all types of different jobs. Sometimes just going to work can be very satisfying mentally for that person, instead of just laying around and not being able to do anything. But you know, we have to definitely put more emphasis on a career, because career opportunities is what can allow a person to really have a better quality of life.